Listen to the JT Sports Podcast on all podcasting platforms and leave a 5-star review.
Oklahoma State went on the road and got the win against Baylor, 36-25. Now, I got this game wrong. I went with Baylor to get the win because I thought that Spencer Sanders would continue to struggle against Baylor's defense because last season in their two matchups, Spencer Sanders against Dave Aranda's defense threw 7 interceptions to only 1 touchdown. And I thought that Baylor's defense would continue to get the best of Spencer Sanders. However, that didn't happen. He had a really good performance this go around. He was 20 of 29 for 181 passing yards. He threw 1 touchdown to only 1 interception, which is a positive because in the previous 2 matchups, he threw 3 and 4 interceptions. And on top of that, he was really good on the ground for Oklahoma State. He had 14 carries for 75 rushing yards. He had a touchdown on the ground, and he was averaging 5.4 yards per attempt, which was something that he wasn't really able to do effectively in the other 2 matchups because Dave Aranda, something that he did really well last season was limit Spencer Sanders' ability to use his legs. And Oklahoma State had pretty much all the momentum in this game after their late first half touchdown. Then you had the opening kickoff return touchdown by Jaden Nixon. So they remained in the driver's seat for this game. However, Baylor did start to make things interesting. Their offense started to get going. They had that 49-yard touchdown by Shaping to Baldwin in response to the Oklahoma State kickoff return touchdown, which was really big because Baylor's offense was struggling prior to that touchdown in the third quarter. I mean, after what their offense did in the first quarter, they couldn't really get anything going after that. And then their offense really got hot. But then in the fourth quarter, that's when things started to fall apart. And Blake Shapen threw 2 critical interceptions. Now, the first one, Oklahoma State only turned into 3 points. But then the second one won the game for Oklahoma State. So for Blake Shapen, this was uncharacteristic because normally he is pretty good when it comes to making good decisions with the football, especially late games. Like if there was a quarterback who you would want to have the ball in their hands and late game situations, it definitely would be Blake Shapen. However, Oklahoma State's defense came up big, and their defense was getting torched the quarter before that, so they definitely needed that, and they got a big-time win. And, you know, you definitely have to give Mike Gundy and his staff a lot of credit because Dave Aranda and Baylor definitely were getting the best of his offense in the previous matchups. And this offense, this team just looked really different offensively. They looked more explosive. The receivers looked a lot better. The offensive line definitely looked way more improved compared to last year. And this just was a pretty good performance for Oklahoma State. And I'm really interested in seeing how they play throughout the rest of the month.